I don't want to stay with like the doubt. Let's fucking Google it.
Yeah.
And then it's like we're working to understand that word. Even if I'm fucking sure that that's how you pronounce the word, you still, it's got to be like something like,
yeah,
like you're working for it. You're not just like, again, you're not just like, hey, dude, you're fucking wrong. Like, don't just fucking.
Yeah, like give it the
attack
benefit of the doubt. Like maybe it is this way.
Yeah. And that book, actually, How to Make Friends and Influence People, has helped me the most in life. Like, all the shit that I learned in high school was fucking great. Like, I actually learned because of the way our school was. We would study everything on the computers. We advanced whenever the fuck we wanted to advance. I would watch Netflix in fucking the middle of the classroom and shit. And the teacher would be like, hey, you want to take an exam? And I'd be like, not today. She'd be like, okay. And then I would just get home and probably do the exam there if I wanted to. If not, I didn't.
Oh, so we had a cushy-ass high school, though.
Yeah, we had a great high school. Great teacher, too.
Yeah, fucking love her.
And, yeah, it was just fucking. It was great.
Overall, it's just great.
Great
It's just
learning
shit.
environment. I forgot what I was talking about, but.
How to make friends and influence people.
Oh, right. Yeah, like all the shit that like the algebra and all that shit. Actually, I actually really like math because it's always been really challenging for me. Like writing things, making stories, telling stories, I've always been really good at that. PE, I've always been really good at that. Biology has always, like science has always been really interesting for me, but numbers and logic for that, it was always a lot more difficult for me.
Yeah.
Just because I found it so boring. So when I got to psychology and we were doing statistics, and the professor would tell us first, like, hey, this is what you're going to use it for in real life, so.
In real life, when you won't have a calculator, like,
Actually, no, he was like, fucking take out your calculator. And we had to have a fucking calculator. But he told me, like, to figure out what fucking cereal people are buying, you got to take statistics,
Oh, yeah.
To figure out what movement people do the most, or if somebody has like a tick, or like they keep scratching their fucking face, and you gotta figure out how many times they do it and if they're progressing or stopping it. Like stopping the movement. You have to know the baseline of how many times they touch it, and you have to take the statistics and all that shit. So it got interesting, so I actually liked it.
Yeah.
But like the one thing that I've used the most is the relationship with people. There's people everywhere. No matter where you go, no matter where you work, you will have to interact with people. And even if you work like alone in an office, you're going to have a boss or something like that. Everywhere I go, every gym that I've boxed for, every fucking university, every job that I've had, the reason I got advancements and promotions and shit like that was because I was so cool with like everybody.
Kind of sort of social engineering, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing like you and I are kind of opposites in. I'm not great with like essay questions, for example. I'll be the guy. Essay
questions. I love making shit up.
I'll just like extend one sentence like the gray brown fox was chased the lazy dog down the river, and just I don't know.
Yeah, but
random
you know
ass
what?
Shit.
With the thing of like how we grew up, you wouldn't lie to your parents.
Yeah, that's true.
And I would fucking go out every motherfucking day, and I would be like, "Hey, mom, you know what? There was a fucking rabbit. He got killed by a coyote. I fucking killed that coyote. I took the rabbit out of his fucking stomach, took it to a hospital. He fucking got his leg fixed. He gave me some fucking batteries for some reason, fucking Energizer or some shit like that.
Fucking buddy.
Fucking just hopped out. He just went home, and I was like, well, fuck, I got some batteries." And then I was walking home, and I was like, what the fuck are these batteries for? I found a motherfucking Nerf gun that used batteries, and I was like, who the fuck uses fucking batteries in a Nerf gun? I put the batteries in that shit. I shot it once. It opened up a fucking portal. I went and I saw some fucking aliens. They were like, yo, you got to take DMT. I was like, the fuck is DMT? They're like, you'll know when you're fucking 21. Came back home on a fucking spaceship. And that's why I'm late. So give me a fucking break today, Mom. By the way, I just made that story up right now. That's how good I am at lying, because I've been lying the whole fucking... Every relationship I've had has been based on lies, Rick. I've been lying to people my whole life. But yeah, like, as a kid, I was just lying every time I went out. Like, hey, Mom, I'm gonna go sleep over at a fucking Kenzel's house, and yeah, we're gonna play video games all day and totally not do drugs. I would go to Brian's house and smoke a blunt.
Yeah.
I would go to motherfucking the back of Walmart and sniff some cocaine. Actually, no, dude, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't be about that hard drug life.
Yeah, especially not behind Walmart. Fucking
Walmart. And it's just not trustworthy.
There was that one homeless dude that was always there. Fucking take my cocaine. Motherfucker would trade his crack for my cocaine. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Any lies that I had to perform always contain like this started happening recently in my life. Like, any lies that I had to make always contained some measure of the truth, because that's the only way I would be able to lie. Like, I needed to be able to be truthful about something.
Would you feel guilty if you actually lied?
Nah, not now. Before, like, a little bit, like the first couple, like 7 times or something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like killing, like the first person that you kill. It kind of feels it's like, shit, son, I killed my grandma.
Do you have first-hand experience, Dylan?
And then, like, the third time, you're like, hey, you know what? That motherfucker deserved it, bro. I asked for my motherfucking chocolate chip cookies, and that bitch comes into my fucking kitchen baking fucking oatmeal cookies with raisins? Nah, abuelita, you fucking dying today, son. Like, once you lie the first time and you see that you get away with it, and by the way, this has to do with conditioning,
Yeah.
Every action has to have a consequence. Like, if you do something and you get a reward, you continue doing it. If you do something and you get a punishment, it'll fucking stop.
Yeah.
Or you get a negative reinforcement, it'll, slowly, you'll fucking stop doing it. But every time I would tell a lie and get away with it and get money from my parents to go somewhere, because I would tell them, oh, we're going to the movies, and fucking go do something else. That's my positive reinforcement right there. So I just fucking kept doing it. Now that I'm older, I don't know, man. Like, lying isn't that. I don't really like lying that much. I don't feel the necessity to lie anymore. Like, I live on my own now, and my mother and I have had, like, talks about drugs, about girls and shit like that. And I'm just really open with everybody now. I don't give a fuck. If you ask me, like, yo, you want to hang out tomorrow? And I'll just be like, you know what, dude? Honestly, I'm probably going to say yes today, but when I wake up tomorrow, I'm going to be like, fuck, I can't believe I said yes to that yesterday when I had energy, and right now I don't have energy, and I just don't want to see that person today.
I'll straight up say, I don't even know who I'm going to be in 30 minutes from now, man.
Yeah, but that's you not saying yes or no, which you never do. You never say yes or no. I'll fucking ask this dude, like, hey, is there water in the kitchen?
There's a
He'll
possibility.
Be like, potentially. Like, bitch, fucking yes or no, man. Like, you can just say, I don't know. Like, that's fine. I'll fucking go check.
There's a strong probability of there maybe possibly being.
But this bitch comes up with
future.
Like, theoretically, there's a possibility that there might potentially be fucking water in the kitchen. Like, get the fuck out of here, bitch. Just, no, I don't know. I'm not sure. Just please go check. Okay, I'll go check.
Yeah.
He won't answer yes or no to anything. Like, I'll be like, yo, Rick, you want to play video games? Like, yeah, maybe. Like, fuck. Fuck, man.
Quantum physics states that.
But you know what? I think that's got to do with your personality and my personality. Like, I'm hella fucking confident in everything. So if somebody says, like, yo, you going to that game tonight? I'll be like, fuck yeah, man. I'll fucking go to that game. Even if I'm not even sure. Even if I got to work that same day and I don't have a car to get there and I have no fucking money to get there, I'll be like, I'm fucking going for sure. And then I'll just figure out how to get there. And actually, I think that's got to do with, like, the fact that everywhere I've worked has been sales.
Yeah, that's true.
I got to bullshit. Like, your father bullshit the shit out of everybody. He bullshit the shit out of you. Bullshit the shit out of me.
In what sense?
He's a car salesman. All right, that should tell you anything. Like he's got to make a sell, and that's the way I am too. That's why I always get like the shit that I look for. You know, like the gyms that I want, the shit that I want, because I gotta make a fucking sell. So I'm confident when I say yes, even when I know it's a no. Even when I know for damn sure that no was going to be like a bad thing. I just say yes. For sure. Of course. Hey, can you babysit my little sister tomorrow? Because it's my anniversary. Yeah, it's my anniversary with my boyfriend. We've been together for fucking 10 years, and like, I need somebody to babysit. I'll be like, yeah, fuck yeah, of course. I'll for sure babysit. In my mind, I'm like, hey, but I'm going to break my leg tomorrow for sure, motherfucker, so I ain't going to babysit. Man, fuck that shit. I ain't doing it. Actually, that's how I used to be, you know, but now I'm just like, honestly, I couldn't think of a worse fucking thing for me to do. I'm going to be on that couch, my legs spread, no pants, maybe underwear, watching Friends, which I've already watched like fucking 15 times.
It's currently on Netflix on the TV.
Actually, yeah, I was watching that before this podcast. Fucking love Friends, man.
It's a good show.
Friends. I had a friend who fucking loved Friends. Like he loved ironic. It way more. Like his name's Bolivar. He's fucking married now. He has a kid, cute kid.
He's Bolivar. He's Bolivar. He's married.
Yeah, he's married. He went to the army. He's married now.
That's cool.
He lives in where does he live?
Buckeye.
No, he moved because he's in the military. You know, like
Ohio,
Oklahoma, or something like that. Colorado. I don't fucking remember, but
Michigan.
Maybe, dude. Fuck, I don't know. But yeah, like he fucking loves Friends. His whole family loves Friends.
He's gonna have his daughter love Friends, or son.
Yeah. I forgot what we were talking about because I'm pretty sure we started with consciousness is all one.
Oh no, this all started from what is your biggest fear?
Oh right, so my biggest fear. Actually, my biggest fear is one that I share with Gary. That I can't remember his fucking last name. He's that Jewish dude. He's so fucking. He motivates the shit out of everybody on Facebook, on YouTube, and shit.
Gary.
Yeah, that's all I can remember. He's got like a fucking Russian last name or some shit like that.
Kasparov.
What the fuck? No. Ivan. Gary Ivan.
Hello, my name is Ivan.
Ivan.
You die.
No, but like my biggest fear is getting to be 60 years old, getting to be like late age, like 70.
Yeah.
And looking back at my life and having regrets, like having like, oh my God, I could have been a boxer, but I didn't go for it. Or I could have asked that girl out, but I didn't. We could have gotten married. Or like a girl that I love, I'm just like not going to let the opportunity pass. I think this fear is really good. It's really good because it gets me going. It's kind of like yes, man. You know, you just say yes to shit.
The fear of regret?
Yeah, the fear of regret. The fear of regret keeps me fucking going. That's why I dropped out of university to pursue boxing. I was already studying psychology at UABC, where I was saying, Baja California. And I just remember thinking, like, fuck, dude, like, because you got to go to therapy for this shit, you know? So they ask you a bunch of shit, and they fucking break you down into fucking pieces, and then you get to rebuild yourself however the hell you want without fear, because, you know, you lose your fear.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, like, shit, dude, what if, like, what everybody is going to do, all my friends are going to do, like, everybody's going to go to university, get a job, you know, get out, get a job, get a fucking house, get a wife, get a kid, blah, 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 blah. And it's just the same life being repeated by almost everybody, you know? And it's just, I don't know, they kind of depressed me, you know?
Yeah.
And I decided to leave university because I was also going to come over here, you know? I got my papers and I was going to come over here, so the credits I got over there weren't really going to count anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I was fucking scared. I was terrified of boxing because I had already boxed before, and I didn't do like as great. And I was kind of scared of like the hits. I was scared of like, oh, what if I come back and I don't do as well? You know,
Yeah.
what if I just do worse? And I remember being in UABC and I was like, fuck, you know what? I want to go to UCLA, and I saw like the statistics to get into UCLA, and I was like, fuck, like it's a fucking legit school, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking difficult to get into that, and that's fucking scary as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, UCLA is like far gone. I can't face that right now, because I couldn't even cross the states. I was like, I'm gonna face my fear of boxing today, you know. So I just started boxing with Mojack. Then I went to Miguel Nava Boxing Club, and fucking 6 months after leaving university, I was, you know, the WBC Golden Gloves champion. And the being like that just made me so satisfied, because had I not made the decision to leave, I would have never known. You know, how would I have known? I would have just lived my whole life like I could have been a boxer. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I could have. And I see people like that. I see people like that talk like that. You know, like, oh yeah, I could have been a rock star. I had my own band. We were going places, but then, you know, I had to get a job or whatever. Or my wife got pregnant. Oh, my girlfriend got pregnant, and we had to fucking settle down. And fucking God, that scares me, because it feels like you're being carried away into a life that you just don't want, and you're not in control. You know?
The fear of complacency.
Yeah, the fear of like not being in control in your life. And I kind of started to feel that when I took out that loan from the fucking bank, and I was like, fuck, okay, because if I don't keep this job, how am I going to pay off that loan, you know?
Yeah.
So that's just a chain that I just put on my fucking neck. And then when the bank was like, hey, so your loan didn't go through, how would you like to try again? I was like, fuck no. Fuck that. I'm not taking out a loan. Man, fuck that shit. I felt like I was liberated.
Yeah.
Like I was off the fucking leash.
So I started using Audible because we both know I don't read often.
Yeah.
But I started this book like literally right now. It's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Bitch, I wrote that book.
No, you didn't. Fucking,
Bet.
his name is fucking
Bet.
Mark Manson.
Okay, but I wasn't going to put my real name on that book.
So it's a ghostwriter.
Fuck yeah.
That might not be the right term. But what you said reminded me of...
alias?
What?
It's an alias?
There you go. That's it.
Okay, go.
What you said reminded me of this little excerpt. The key to a good life is not giving a fuck about more. It's giving a fuck about less. Giving only a fuck about what is true, immediate, and important.
You know what was really cool about when I left university?
What?
So here's what happened, you guys. I left university and I was just boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking boxing. Every day. Every fucking day of the week. Every hour. Like, I would wake up, I would go run, I would come back, I would eat, and I would just watch fucking boxing videos. And I would wait for the gym to be, like, open so I can go over there, and I would spar every single fucking day. And then Saturday and Sunday was when we're supposed to rest, but I would fight Saturday and Sunday, like 3 times a week, and just beat everybody.
These were the 6 months that we had like
6,
no contact.
7, 8 months that I was just full-time boxing, dude.
Yeah, just off the map.
And I kind of felt shitty because I don't want to be a bother to my mom, because it was just me chasing my dream, you know, like, and my mom's over there taking care of 3 kids by herself and shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to fucking like just be another bother, you know. So I wouldn't go anywhere. I wouldn't talk to anybody. I just boxed and made the friends that I made through boxing, and I would eat whatever the hell was at home, but I would also not eat. Like, I weighed 116 pounds at one point, and it was fucking terrible. Like, my health was like fucking terrible. Like, to weigh 116 pounds, and I'm like 20 years old, you know, like, fuck.
Yeah, and you're like, what, like 5'9"?
Yeah, and like, fuck, dude, like, shit. Like, it was, like, looking at the pictures that I that I have now.
Yeah,
Then
that one video of the interview.
I look like a skeleton. Yeah, the fucking video that they made, and plus that's when I was like homeless. You know, when my mom fucking kicked me out because we were just started fighting about like how I didn't help and shit like that. Which, by the way, that all changed as soon as I came home with that fucking Golden Gloves, the fucking medal, that huge ass medal. She was like, "All right, we can make money out of this," and I was like, "Fucking told you, fucking
Yeah.
it changed quick once I won that medal for sure."
Now you're in a higher weight class, right?
Yeah. I became champion in that weight class. Now I'm like 2 fucking weight classes up.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a whole another beast.
Yeah, but I feel way better at this weight.
Yeah, I can imagine. Man, Jesus.
Yeah, and it's weird. Like I when I was boxing like that, I didn't care about anything. I didn't care about like how I dressed. I didn't care about who was following me on Facebook or on fucking Instagram, who was watching my Snapchats. I didn't give a shit at all, dude. I would just straight up wake up, go run, come back, eat. I would meditate a lot. I would stretch. I would watch videos. I would listen to philosophy. I would read all the fucking time. I would drink tea instead of coffee. And I just felt so peaceful. I remember like listening to Alan Watts and shit like that and thinking like, okay, the trees are living beings too, you know? And I would talk to trees. I would run through TJ and I would talk to all the trees. I would talk to all the fucking dogs. I would make so many friends. And I felt like a fucking guru, you know, like in my own little island.
Yeah.
And I had like this routine where I would fight on Sundays and get back home, play with my dog, and then watch Game of Thrones. That's all I did.
Yeah.
I didn't fuck with anybody. I didn't have any fucking girlfriends or friends to like hang out with. It for fucking what? The next day I was gonna have to, you know, go box again. I needed my body to be well rested.
Yeah.
So it's just like complete fucking focus.
100% purely on all boxing.
Yeah, like I didn't care. Like again, I didn't care about like my family growing up. Really cared about appearances. Really cared about like, oh, what are people gonna say and shit like that. So I kind of grew up like that. You know, my closet was just fucking filled with like Echo and like good ass fucking clothing when we had money.
Like when you went to London, you just had boatloads of clothing.
Yeah, dude. Fucking good ass clothing too.
Yeah.
And like now I don't even give a shit about that, you know, like during that phase I just wanted food, some coffee, and someone in the ring with me so I can fuck them up. Like, that's straight up all I cared about.
Sounds fair.
And that simplicity was fucking great, dude. I hope people find that, you know. And I'm really glad that I left, you know, university, because I never would have found it.
Yeah.
I actually, you know how alternate universe exists? I wonder how I would be right now.
Yeah.
If I had never left university.
Assuming the whole multiverse theory was a thing, you know.
I think I imagine myself with like a fucking beard.
Yeah.
Or like short hair.
Or like that style you were going for, long hair on the tops, like sides.
No, the only reason, by the way, like I had like a top knot, and people probably thought that I did the top knot just because it was like, oh my god, everybody's doing a top knot. No, dude, the only reason that I wanted that was because I was watching Vikings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was watching that show Vikings, and
that face.
I noticed that they had that type of haircut, and I was like, fucking Ragnar, so I want to be a fucking Viking king, homie. So that's why I got it. I didn't give a shit about if it was like fucking popular.
I'm naming my next dog Ragnar.
Yeah. my last dog was named Kronos, and I fucking loved it.
Yep.
Kronos is shit.
I believe Kronos was the father of Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades.
Word?
Yeah.
I don't know that. Well, you guys know, like, here in this apartment, we have our own way of communication.
Yeah.
My communications class in university was fucking nuts, dude. Like, I remember sitting there, and this dude just blew my mind, dude. The things he was saying.
Yeah.
Because I never thought about it. I remember the first thing that he did, like the first fucking day of the first fucking class. Fucking walked in and he's like, "Hey, remember all that shit you learned in high school? Forget about it. Just it's all fucking wrong." And I was like, "God,
Forget about it.
yeah, like get the fuck." Like, he was just like, "Get that fuck out of here, man. It's all fucking wrong." And I was like, "Well, the balls on this guy." You know, he was like 20 something years old.
Yeah.
And he was really intelligent, dude, and blew my mind. Just blew my mind. One of the things that he said was like, words affect perception. Everybody is living in their perception of reality, and the way you describe it will change that. And if you see shows like Brain Games on fucking National Geographics,
Yeah.
it talks about that too. Like, I think they showed like a crash and somebody describing it to a person that saw it. You know, they would say like, "Oh, a car bumped into it," and they would ask the person who saw the crash like, "How fast do you think it was going?" And because they said bump, they would say, "I was going like 30 miles per hour. It was going like 20 miles per hour." And if they would describe like, "Oh, there was a car that crashed into the other one," you know, the witness would say, "Oh yeah, it was going 60 miles per hour. Oh man, at least 70."
Yeah. Like the power of words can
exactly,
influence one's
it's
perception.
it's changing the perception. And he would say shit like that, and he would say things like, in the U.S., we tend to have a more egotistic way of seeing the world. We think we are important, you know?
Yeah.
Because you say, "I see the sun, I would see this, I. It's always us, you know? It's always, I'm doing it."
First world.
But there would be, I think it was like the people in Iceland. They don't say that. They don't say, "I see the sunset." They would say, "The sun has appeared," you know?
Oh, okay.
Like it's not them. They're not fucking the center of the universe. The center of the universe. It's things being on their own. It's just that happens. You know.
Rather than explaining that I have perceived this thing, it's saying that
it happened.
This thing has happened.
Yeah. Without like, "Oh yeah, I saw it," you know, like me.
That's cool.
Yeah. And it's just so many other things, and it's funny to think that people are living in really like another server. Like if you play video games, you know,
Yeah.
like certain servers have different rules, you know, some are sudden death where you die if you fucking lose once and shit like that. People are living like that, man. Like for us, it's like our egos are very attached to us to whatever we do.
Yeah.
For the most part, most people, you know. That's why a lot of people are scared to fail and shit like that, because we see ourselves as like the best thing, the main thing, you know. I have failed and shit like that, you know. But other cultures don't see it like that. They just see like, the test has failed. I'll try it again.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought it was like an operating system, you know, because what's the difference between a human and a fucking AI, you know? I have a book, Culture and Identity, and it asks that, like, what's really the difference? The fact that we can analyze ourselves, the fact that we have pride and shit like that, or emotions.
Theoretically speaking, an AI or artificial intelligence would mimic us in every possible way.
Exactly. So what makes us different, you know? And one thing that I started thinking about when I read the book Mindset by Carol Dweck, which basically says that some people think that you're born with certain sets of skills, you know, and you can't change it. And other people think that you can develop it as much as possible. Like, if you want to be the best fucking painter in the world, but you suck at painting, all you have to do is practice and practice and practice, and you will get there.
Yeah.
And that's been proven with neuroplasticity.
Yeah, it's for painting for painting or most kinds of art specifically, it's like your ability to capture what you see in your mind, essentially.
It's trainable.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you have to take into account that there's people that can just draw.
It just naturally.
Yeah, naturally. So people think like, "Oh, I can't draw naturally, so I'm just not gonna do that." You know, I'm just not. I was obviously not born for it. like me with sports have always been so fucking easy for me because you know what, I was born with that ability. It's easier for me
Yeah.
because my organs just work that way. Like it's just easier for me to copy information like that, like visually, and moving my body. It's just easy for me to copy it.
Yeah, you can see someone do something and more or less like get as close as you can.
Yeah, it's so easy.
Yeah,
so
just
easy.
and anything that you get wrong, just your coach is there. It's like, no, it's like this kind of movement. Okay.
And I remember I learned about this in my semester of psychology. We have our órganos sensoriales, sensory organs. Our eyes, our nose, our taste buds, our ears, and our skin. We just touch. Some people have, and all these organs basically are just like a lane to put information into your brain. They all just feed information into your brain, and from there it just all gets scrambled up, and that's how you get your perception of reality. Some people are just have a bigger lane in their eyes. Visually I can see some shit, so I get most information from there. But I fucking suck at listening. Ask my mother. She'll be like, take out the trash. I'll be like, okay. I'm not going to fucking take out the trash. I'm going to fucking forget. Because I went inside an organ that I don't give a fuck about. Like, I haven't developed it.
Yeah.
In my body, like, I can move it and mimic it. I can mimic any fucking movement. And the other mindset is the growth mindset, which, like I said, you can develop anything. Both of those things are basically like a software,
Yeah. If
humans are artificial intelligence, the way you perceive it or the way you think is just a fucking processor software. If you're in a fixed mindset, you have one process. If you're in a growth mindset, it's just another chip.
Yeah.
And you can program that into yourself.
Really, it's not even necessarily a processor. It's just kind of like a file on your hard drive that just like runs a certain script.
Yeah, but it changes everything. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think it would be more of a processor.
Oh no!
Even all the information that you get, it's perceived differently. It's just a whole total different thing. You're a whole different person, depending on which side you lean on. I would recommend that you guys, for sure, look into those books. Like, I was actually gonna lend those books to some friends. Never did. Actually, I lent it to some, and some of them just never fucking gave it back.
You lent it? Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. I love lending books, and I love buying used books because I don't like buying new books. Because if you buy used books, it has like stories, like people have their notes and shit like that. It's like,
yeah,
wow, like someone else learned from this book.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I went to the gym today. Obviously, I go to the gym every fucking day because I box and shit.
Because he's an athlete.
I'm a fucking athlete, bruh.
He's an athlete.
Yeah. But what I'm not is a showered person because I haven't showered, and it's like fucking 12 a.m. right now.
It is 12. It is 1 a.m.
A la verga. It's 1. Okay. So we're gonna cut this short right now because I gotta fucking shower and not go to sleep because I never fucking sleep because I swear to God I just don't sleep. I have insomnia for sure. So
all right then, guys.
Hey, it's Side Table Podcast.
Side Table Podcast.
The fucking Side Table Podcast.
Tell your friends.
Tell them. Peace.